Ethereal, not celestial. Not terrestrial, ethereal and celestial. Okay, that's by the way. The realm we are in is one out of many. Somebody say one out of many. What order do you pick? What's the second one? Now, when we come about the celestial, know that there are components to it. In the components, we have God's dwelling place, the third heavens. Which order can you pick? No. What you mentioned, they are part of our physical realm. I will not use the word earth realm. They are not inside the earth. They are not in the earth. The sun is their planetary bodies. Right? Where does hell come in? Is hell itself a realm of its own? Huh? Is the lake of fire a realm of its own? Huh? Okay. There's a word called Sheol, and there is that which the Grecians they use Hades, the Hebrews they use Sheol. Is all for what? The underworld. The underworld. And in Sheol, when we studied the life of the rich man and Lazarus, what did we find there? Come on, listen. I said that it's a very long journey. Eh? It's a very long journey. And there are several things we are going to be learning, and we will now pray. I want you to be participatory. In the case of Lazarus and the rich man, what was communicated? Huh? There was paradise. Okay, now listen. In the case of Lazarus, it was called Abraham's bosom or paradise synonymously. On the other side is what? The place of torment, not Hades. You rather call it Gehenna. Gehenna is a place of torment. But Gehenna was an actual place in Jerusalem. It was like a dump site. So Jesus uses it as a metaphor for an actual place called the place of torment for the disobedient. So we have Sheol, or you use the word Hades, Hebrew and Greek. In Sheol, which is for the underworld, there is Abraham's bosom, and there is the place of torment, which is called Gehenna. So those who do righteously find themselves at their departure from this earth, at their departure from this dimension into the dimension called what? Abraham's bosom, or what? Paradise. And those who do wrong, disobediently, find themselves where? Thank you very much, Gehenna. In the place of them. So those are realms of their own. But is that all there is to it? What other realms? Huh? Are you with us? Where Elijah was caught up. Elijah was caught up in the realm of the principalities. Are you joking? Elijah went to Abraham's bosom. There is no other place. It's paradise they went to, even Enoch and all of that. It's not like Abraham was the first person to get there. No, he was named after him because he's what we call a system in God. So when you talk faith in the kingdom, you talk Abraham. Because he became a prototype. He became a blueprint of the message of faith. So the bosom that is called Abraham's bosom is not the one that opened it. He went there and met, is a house for the righteous. Are we together? Yeah, so I'm talking about spiritual what? Spiritual what? Spiritual governance. So when they talk realm dimensions, they exist. Now, when we look at the place we call Gehenna, is that the only place there is to darkness? What other place is there? Okay, lake of fire, thank you. Lake of fire. That is is if it's a video game you're playing, that one is to be unlocked at the last stage. You finish all your stages, is the last thing to be unlocked. So it's another realm of his own. It's not yet unlocked. So how many have we counted right now? If I had a marker, if I had a board here, whatever I want to communicate now, it would have entered 10 times. There is something I wanted to draw here, but I don't have expression. I can't write on the air. There is another expression. The place they call Gehenna, is it a place of torment? Yes. Is it a place of torment for the evil ones? Then is it a place for torment for the demonic? The demonic. What is, we should use the word a place of torment for the unrighteous men. Let's use men emphatically. Right? Men emphatically when we talk about Gehenna. Now when we talk about the rebellious spirits, the fallen ones, where is their realm? No, you guys are not together. You guys are not with me. That dimension is not unlocked. It's the last stage. It's the last stage. When you say Hades, what are we talking about? Hades and Sheol. People are not listening to me. They are the underworld. Abraham was in Hades. Lot was in Hades. Every man that died in righteousness. Is a name for the underworld. Hades, Sheol, they are the same thing. That means people are not following. The rebellious spirits, the one that left their first estate, the ones that God kept as watchers over realms, and then in Genesis 6 they said no, they had a meeting together. They said no, they want to enter into the daughters of men. And the Bible said in the book of Jude that the angels that kept not their first estates have been chained in everlasting chains and reserved in darkness unto the day of judgment. Where were they? Is it hell? No. Pardon? Tartarus. Okay. Jesus was trying to do an exorcism, and not even do an exorcism. He was just moving, and the demon saw him from afar. We know who that. You are son. You are Jesus, the Son of God. What else did they say? Have you come to do what before our time? Why were they crying out? Why were they crying out now? Look at Jude 1 verse 6. We are on a long journey. We are on a long journey. Somebody say it's a long journey. Jude 1 verse 6. Please, James, may the anointing be upon you for swiftness. Jude 1 6. Because if you're very swift, it will make me not miss out on. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation. These were the watchers. He hath reserved in everlasting chains unto darkness, unto the judgment of the great day. Where are these ones reserved? You think it is Gehenna? No. There's a different place. There's another dimension. Gehenna is a dimension for rebellious men. There's a dimension for rebellious spirits. Listen to me. Maybe you've never heard this. There's a reason why Satan never did more than he could do to Job. There's a reason why Satan can never do more than he can do to us. He can do it too, but there is a reason why he will never do it. This is the reason. This is the reason. Any angelic being, when we are talking about angels, don't just see it as beings of light. It's either beings of light or darkness. Anyone that crosses a line that they should not cross, there are the ones that God has positioned. And this is the job of the cherubs. Just like they kept the garden from Adam going to touch the tree of life. They are the ones God has preserved that they should mete out judgment to them. And there is a place they go to lock them. So all those angels that did that thing in Genesis 6, they are locked. And the place they are locked is called the abyss. So when we talk about the abyss, we are talking about the place of torment for the demonic. And mind you, this is not hell. It's another dimension of his own. If you're me, say I'm here. It's a very long journey. In Luke 8:29, something happened. Luke 8:29. Anytime you saw a demon cry out when Jesus appears, the only thing they are crying out is not for Jesus to send them to hell. There's a place they are scared of going to. For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man. For oftentimes it had caught him and was kept bound in chains and fetters, and he broke the bonds and was driven of the devil into where? Can you read the next slide? And Jesus asked him, saying, what is thy name? And he said, for we are what? For we are what? We are many devils. Because many devils had entered him. And they besought him that he would not command them to go out into where? Use your interlinear. What's the deep there for? Someone with an interlinear, just help us. They begged Jesus not to send them to the abyss. This is the place that the angels that kept not the first estates were sent to. Just like men are scared of going to hell. Has anybody confirmed that to the abyss? What's the Greek word for that? Abyssus. You're seeing that? To verse 30. To verse 29. For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man, for oftentimes he had caught him, and he was kept bound with chains and in fetters, and he broke the bonds and was driven of the devil into. Where did the devil drive him to?